This is my favorite one, but we also have some other ones over here as well. This one's a little more gaudy. So if you're like looking for like a statement piece, this is cute for it. And then this one is also pretty simple. It's good for every day too. Hey Liz, Sherry. As long as life is.
Hey, you just saw one of my employees. So this is what we got going on. We've got a mentorship that's $25,000, and it's part of it's set up, but part of it's custom. So once you email me, I'll see the questions and we'll see if we're a good fit. The King program, the links below. That's something that everyone can use, and it is group coaching. And the first coaching session is today at 3:30. Plus there's some other good stuff. Got multiple channels. This is Hustlers Kung Fu Wealth Development. I have Hustlers Kung Fu that's going to be Savage Finance once I can change it. And I have Hustlers Kung Fu Black and White. That's where I'll be putting my stories and exposés on. All right, so let's kind of get into it. Why did I hire employees? And let's talk about the fundamentals of that. I am building capacity. Now, what is capacity? All right, let's say I wanted to be the host, because if I was the host, let's go ahead and say, let's do the math on this. Let's say I had one employee work 3 days, I had one employee work 2 days, I had another employee work 2 days. This payroll is going to be really, really short because we're not at full capacity. But let's go ahead and say I work 6 days a week. Let's see. 6 days a week times 8. It's 48 hours. And I was averaging, let's say, $350 a day. 350 times 6. That's $2,100 minus 75% for the cost of goods and whatnot fees. These are just estimates. So I would make $525 profit with me doing it myself. Now, let's go ahead and talk about building capacity. And let me explain what's building capacity. I don't do the shows. This is one of the biggest traps that so many WhatNot operators run into. They do the shows, they do the sourcing and all this other stuff, and it's a trap. All right, so here is my optimized schedule. We're not there yet because I don't have enough people, but we'll get there next week. So we do 12 hours a day times 7. That's 84 hours per week. Now, right now we're going through the vetting process. We just finished up our first week. The second week will be better, and the third week will be even better. But let's say 84 hours, and let's times it. Let's say we're doing $500 a day. Whoa. 84 times 500. That cannot be right. 84 times, okay. I know where I'm messing up. It's 84 hours. And let's see. Let's say we do $100 per hour, okay? So that times 100, that's $8,400 a day. 180, this is the optimized version. We're not there yet, but we're doing $100 an hour. That's $8,400 per week, per 84-hour shift. Now we'll minus 75%. That leaves us 21,000 minus, let's see, 84 hours. 84 times 25 is 2,100. Let me do that math again because I got some research to do because we're still working on pricing. So 84 times 250 an hour. We do 250 an hour. Okay, that's $21,000 per week. Minus 75%. It leaves 5,100 minus 2,100. That's payroll. That leaves 3,150 times 4. That's 1,260. Now, there's no way that I can get to 1,260. Now, once again, this is the whole phase. We're working on pricing and everything. And I've got some really interesting stuff because let me give you the breakdown. That 84 hours per week is for WhatNot only. All right. So we're probably going to have 2 full-time Monday through Friday and 2 part-time Saturday people. So 84 hours. Now this is where the magic comes up, and this is the power of hiring people, and we'll talk about this. All right. You see that 1,260, right? Times 2. It's 25,000, because I'm going to do the same thing for TikTok that I'm doing for WhatNot. Same level of crew, same hours. So we get to $25,000 in pure profit after WhatNot fees, after payroll, and after rent. So probably going to have about 10 different hosts. Probably this month. This is January this 11th. I've got one employee who seems to be really good in recruiting. So let's talk about February. That $25,000 in income, that's February. That's February. Now, after we set up this income engine, guess what we're going to do? We're going to set up another income engine doing vintage and sterling. So by the end of February, I'm looking at having 20 employees. 20. But after paying everyone and sourcing, we're looking after all expenses, $50,000 per month in profit. Then we get back in the storage auction business. And that's where this thing goes crazy. My cost to get in the storage auction business is going to be $150,000. Let me break it down. I'm going to buy a 25-foot truck. I'm going to buy an Isuzu NPR. That's the 16-foot truck. Rent a warehouse. The trucks are going to be about $60,000. That's going to be a big cost. The warehouse is $30,000. So that's $90,000 just getting that. And then the other costs are going to go towards hiring staff. But I already have a system that makes me $50,000. And this is the key. I get cash every day. I get cash Monday through Friday. So when we're out here, we're looking at getting, $5,000-6,000 a day. $2,000 that is usable cash. So it opens up the door to many things. So we're talking about February, right? Then March and April. We secured the warehouse in March. They got to do a build out. So that's March and April. Then May, we start the storage auction business. And let me tell you, that's going to be crazy. I'll probably be buying 30, 40 units a week because I have a loading crew. And I'm not BSing. That's going to be the biggest moneymaker. We're talking $850,000, $900,000 per month. The payroll for that operation is going to be probably $150,000 per month. So we're talking about $750,000 in profit with this doing. And once again, once we work out the pricing, the silver will probably be in the $100K in profit. The vintage rings will do in the $100K in profit. Storage auction business $750. That puts us at $950. So those economic engines of the silver, the antique rings, and the storage auction puts us at $1 million a month in profit. And I would say probably doing $7-8 million in month in sales. So by July, we will be $100 million per year business. Started in January, February, March, April, May, and June. You know how quick that is. to build $100 million business. That's insanely quick. And this is one of the reasons I'm building this capacity, because once I build this wall of employees, this opens up the door. Because tell you a story. I had one of my employees doing the shows and stuff, and I had a good friend. I bought him a washer and dryer for Christmas, and I was at his house getting it delivered. It frees me up to do stuff. I will not be stuck in the office. And one of the things is, everyone that works for me has a level of autonomy. I don't stand over them, and I say, do the show based upon your personality. So by July, I'll be making $1 million per month in income. And that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning, because after we do the storage auction things, I've already created the company. As a matter of fact, I already created the company. I even have the bank account, Mac Daddy Home. We're going to get into residential furniture. So that's going to be probably August. We'll be doing probably $1.5 million per month in profit. Probably be at 7 to 10 million. Our profit could be higher, but essentially this is what I'm gonna do with the profit. I'm gonna put myself on salary about 150,000, and then anytime I need to extract money out, like here, I signed a lease for 17 months. At the end of 17 months, I'm paying cash for a house. So I figure the house is going to be around $4 million. I'll just pull the $4 million out the company, pay taxes on it. And then what's going to happen is, in the company, every time I get to $6 million, I'm going to go out and buy an apartment complex. So if we're doing, like, let's just say we get up to $2 million. So every 3 months, I'm in the position to buy an apartment complex, which is 4 apartment complexes per year. This is where it gets good. That second year, after I have my first of 4 apartments, I take all that money, let it go in the account, take the money from the companies, and then buy even more apartments. So next year, I'll probably be able to get 6 apartments. So in 2 years, I have 10 apartment complexes. And those 10 apartment complexes probably do $1.5 million a month in positive cash flow after expenses, but we will have depreciation, so a lot of that income will be shielded. So we're talking about January 2026 to January 2028 being in a position to own 10 apartment complexes, have a business that does probably $3 million a month profit, which is $36 million a year, and then have apartment. Like, I'll be in the position to buy a Gulfstream 650 ER 2029. Yes, a plane. I'll be flying private in 2029, me and my family. So you get to watch all of this, because I'm going to document each step, each company, all of that stuff right here. So stay tuned. This is about to get very, very exciting.